Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to wash your car in under 20 minutes. This is going to be the cheapest, safest, fastest, most effective way to wash your car in 20 minutes or less. We're going to be using one product. It's going to cost you $1.35 before tax if you're in Canada. And you don't need a hose for this. All right, so we're going to be needing just a few things. Rinseless wash sponge. I have the Rag Company Ultra Black sponge. You're going to need 2 buckets. I have 2 5-gallon buckets. Rinseless wash. So for me, I use DIY Detail Rinseless Wash version 2. That's the milkier one. It's a hybrid surfactant and polymer-based rinseless wash. It works extremely well. It's extremely lubricating. I like how it feels under the towel, under the glove, the mitt, the sponge, whatever you use. Yeah, it cleans really, really well. When I spray it over a car, it reacts almost immediately on the surface. You can see the surface tension sort of changing. You can see that sort of beads start to develop. And lastly, we're going to be needing a cordless pressure washer. This is something that has a tube that you put into a bucket of water, and then it siphons the water and pressurizes it and sprays it out. So for the rinseless wash, we're going to be doing 256 to 1. Here I have 3 gallons, and so it's going to be 3 capfuls. And for the rinse bucket, which is essentially what the water is going to be flowing through to the drill style pressure washer, it's going to be 4 gallons and about 500 to 1. So it's 1 cap per 2 gallons. For this method, you don't need a 256 to 1. Dilution ratio. When you're spraying off the car, you're really just applying a little bit of the surfactants and polymers on it, and you're using a little bit of the pressure. It's really not super high pressure, but you're using a little bit of the pressure to rinse off some of the sticks or the leaves or the dust that's on there. This is a really good method for when your car is too dirty to do just a standard rinseless wash without a pressure washer. So in the sense where you'd be putting the rinseless in a spray bottle or a pump sprayer and just applying it to the surface and then going about the rinseless wash like normal and then finishing. So here I park under a tree and it's really not all that dirty, except there's some bugs on it, there's some leaves on it, some sticks, some dust, so on and so forth. And so I'm not going to break out my whole pressure washer and everything because it doesn't need that. I used to use this method in my old garage where I didn't have access to water. There was no, I couldn't put a pressure washer in there. So I would have to go to a different room, essentially the laundry room of the apartment, and fill up 1 bucket of water, or rinseless water, and then attach my cordless pressure washer to it. And I would do this in the winter when the car was full of salt, full of dirt. You could really push this if you wanted to, but if your car is super muddy, you just went off-roading, this is not, it's not for that, because you only have like 4 gallons of water to work with. I only used about 2 gallons of water because, like I said, my whole goal is just to, number 1, apply the rinseless to the surface, and number 2, to rinse off some of the debris, some of the solid debris, not being particles of dust or dirt, but like actual leaves and stuff like that. So I'm just quickly going over the surface. As you can see, I'm changing, most of them basically you can change from 0 degree, 15, 25, 40, a shower setting. So most of these you can change them. So for the cracks and crevices, I'm gonna use the 0 degree because it's really not super high pressure. Though if you put your hand right in front of it, it is gonna hurt. So it's high pressure enough for the job. And for the rest of the car, either 25, 15, maybe 40 degrees. Depends if I'm just doing the roof and just trying to get some of the stuff off. So this is a really cost-effective. In essence, in theory rather, you don't need to put rinseless wash in the bucket that you're using to rinse the car. You could just use water, but then you'd have to go and to pre-treat the car before you do your contact wash. So I kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and I've done this many times over the years. Doing a 500 to 1 ratio for the rinseless is perfectly fine. They are concentrated enough And even, you know, Ivan from DIY said himself that the cap on the gallon is not exactly half an ounce. It's a little bit less than half an ounce. So the exact measurement of the, but that's for the contact wash. That's for when you put your sponge back in the bucket and you squeeze it and debris drops down. We're using this bucket as the rinsing bucket. So, you know, it really doesn't matter too much. You can probably put, you know, 1 cap, half an ounce for the full 4 gallons. That'd be about, let's say 1,000 to 1. But either way, this works really well. By the way, this whole video, I basically just cut when I moved the bucket from one side to the other, and I cut when, you know, there was dead space between rinsing the panel off. But this is real time. I didn't speed up any of the washing. I didn't speed up any of the rinsing. Like I said, I just cut some of the dead space. So the way that you would do this, you know, even more efficiently would be to have wheels on the buckets and to sort of roll it with you as you go around the car. Though this driveway is on a negative slant, so it's sort of going towards the garage. And if I put wheels on it, it's just going to be rolling down. And my garage has sort of a Swiss track style flooring, and I don't like the way that it feels on the flooring, so I don't have wheels on the bucket. But if you just have a flat floor or flat driveway, or you know, an epoxy garage, then definitely doing something like, well, basically having wheels on the bucket will make it faster. You won't have to keep going back and forth from side to side or from one end to the other just to squeeze your sponge out. I washed this car not even a week ago. I drove it just a little bit. It's been really, really sunny. We've been having some decent weather in Montreal. It's either storming or it's really nice out. And so we just had a little bit of luck that it was basically pretty nice out, and I'm not putting thousands of kilometers on the car. So you can see how quickly I'm going around the car, flipping the sponge after, you know, a panel or half a panel, depends on where I'm going. Leaving the front bumper for last, just because I want the surfactants and the polymers in the rinseless to further break down, you know, all the junk that's on the front of the bumper, bugs and kick up from the tires in front of me whenever I'm driving. This is good for not just rinseless wash, but if you also foam down the car and you're doing a sort of a soap, you know, foam contact wash, you should generally leave the bumper for last. So this took me, let's say, maybe 10 or 12 minutes total to do. It would have taken me, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes at the most had I done a contact wash on the wheels and the tires. Again, this would be still using rinseless wash. We're not adding an all-purpose cleaner. We're not adding a wheel cleaner. We're just using rinseless wash. My car is maintained, so I have the benefit of using just rinseless on the wheels and the tires. They're not super gloss black wheels. These are, you know, 15-year-old wheels off an old Honda, and they're curb rashed and all that good stuff. And so they have sort of a ceramic sealant on them. They clean up really, really easily. The barrels, there's some staining over the years of brake contamination and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about these. And if you're using a water-based dressing on the tires, you don't need to use a harsh degreaser or a tire cleaner every single time you clean your wheels and tires. With the rinseless, it's strong enough that you could take the wheel and body brush, or sort of any brush that you like, though I do have the green wheel and body brush, and lightly go over the tires just to remove some of the surface layer dirt, and then do the same thing with the wheels. I probably wouldn't do the barrels with it. It depends on the maintenance, but I wouldn't do the barrels with it. I would just do the faces and the tires. And that would probably, you know, you could probably do the barrels now that I think about it, because we only use about half of the 4 gallons of water. But to just keep in mind, that's where the rotors are. So all the metal particles are there. If you have super gloss black wheels, or, you know, super nice wheels, and your car's not really maintained, and you're doing sort of a hoseless, rinseless wash in this style, maybe don't do the barrels and just rinse them, but don't do any contact, because you're going to be bringing the particles onto the face of the wheel. And then when you're done that, and you're done the whole car, when you're finished drying the car, you go in for the towel dry, you know, probably using a spray wax or a ceramic sealant or something that can be used as a drying aid on the wheels too. Like that, it'll help protect it for the next time you go and wash the car. Here the car got just a little bit dry because it was like 30, 35 degrees outside, something like that, Celsius. And so it was really hot and the car was drying a little bit. What I did was I used the solution that I used to rinse the car down, and I just lightly misted some solution on the surface. Like that, the car is wrapped, but like that, there's no dry spots on the towel. You're not gonna get any towel marks and no, you know, weird love marks on the car from when you go in and dry it. At this stage, you could also use a drying aid like Bead Maker or Envy, or you know, you name it. You could use whatever you like to help you dry the car. But this was totally fine, especially it was nice and hot and it was flashing really nicely, so I didn't have to do that. There was a piece of leaf that didn't come off because I didn't see it before, so I now took it off. This is why you don't go blindly with just spraying rinseless on the car with a pump sprayer and going with it, especially if you have really nice shiny paint, because any sort of debris that's not going to break down, it's going to be on the surface of the sponge. When you go, you're going to be scratching it every which way. Though, like I said, this car is vinyl wrapped, so for me it doesn't really matter. I'll probably change the color. Maybe if not this year, then probably next year. So now I'm just going for the final dry, and within 1 minute, you know, I'll probably be done with the whole car. And like I said, if you did the wheels and the tires at the same time too, then just add in a few minutes for, you know, lightly touching the wheels and the tires. Add a minute or two for drying the wheels and tires, and then add another minute for applying a dressing to the tires. So all in all, this will take you, let's say, about 20 minutes. It is the safest, cheapest, most effective way to do a no-hose rinseless wash. I didn't include the cost of the towel. I didn't include the cost of the pressure washer itself, the cordless pressure washer, or the buckets, or the grit guard. These are renewable resources, so you don't have to spend money every time you use it. But when you use a product like rinseless wash or like all-purpose cleaner, every use you never get it back. Towels you can wash and dry, and you get them back again. So the only money I spent today washing my car was $1.35 plus tax. And so that's why I say it's the cheapest, cost-effective, most efficient, and safest way to do a rinseless wash. It's safer than traditional rinseless where you're just pump spraying rinseless on the surface, because you're actually removing some debris from the surface before you're going to do your contact wash. So there we go, it's all done. You could see the results. Clean, shiny. The tires are wet because, like I said, I didn't touch the tires. I didn't touch the wheels. It would have only added a few minutes. But there you go, that's how simple and easy it is. Hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it informative. I hope it was entertaining. I really want you guys to try this. Rinseless is not as common as I would like it to be. I'd like to see more rinseless wash videos and more detailers and pros using rinseless wash because of how effective it is and how cost effective it is. So if this has motivated you to start or to order a bottle of rinseless, you know, awesome, let me know. Let me know your experience with this. Let me know what you guys do. Let me know how it feels. Let me know any questions you guys have. I've been doing rinseless wash for, you know, the last, let's say, 6 years, since 2020, where I was stuck at home. And I needed a solution for cleaning my car and all the salt and the dirt off the car when I would drive home during the winter and park in the garage, because everything would dry, but there'd still be, you know, salt and dirt on the car. Because here in Quebec, they put salt on the roads. And I never wanted to let that sit really any longer than I had to. So that's what I did. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. And let me know what kind of other videos you guys would like to see in the future. Again, thank you so much for watching. Take care.